The boys are back in town. What's up, guys?
The boys are back in town.
What's up, Weezy? Let the people know what's your song of the week, dog.
Mm-hmm. My song of the week this week is Future. I'm back on my Future shit again.
That's 3 weeks from now.
No, actually, it's not. It's not Future. It's Wale White Shoes, man. That's what I listen to on the way I'm coming here.
Okay.
Wale White Shoes. I heard Wale was in the city.
Yeah, he was in the city. Yeah, shout out to Wale. He was in the city. What you got, Coach? Your song of the week.
Song of the week for me, man, is Jeezy, Crazy World.
Crazy World. We're living in a crazy world. Yeah. Yep. My song of the week is Chief Keef's remix, Don't Like, the Cool Summer edition remix. Yeah. Don't Like. Shout out to Derrick Rose. Man, that nice.
Woo!
Man. That was
he was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that is that you play that in a stadium.
Yeah.
Club Web. Yeah. Now that's almost a Negro spiritual.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, finito.
Damn, D Rose.
Yeah.
Injuries got him.
Injuries got him. We'll talk about it. You guys ready to get to it? Let's get it.
D Rose bounced back though. He had an okay career.
Full sport press.
Yeah. No layup line, no warm-ups, no nothing. We just walking right into the stadium and get into the game. Let's do it. When the beat on, then it's on. Wearing the right jerseys on the road, cause how we feel where we roam is our home. Leaving these other podcasts null and void. The show can't miss something like Tom Shepard and corduroys. Full sport press, you know them boys. Jay run the point, lock for 3, and me, I crash the boards. Weezy told you that it's paid for.
Full sport press.
Greetings and salutations. I'd like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm J-Ho.
It's your boy Weezy.
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Jeff is out on assignment. Shout out to you, Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
What's going on, cameraman? How you doing, brother? Awesome. Fucking awesome.
I'm so awesome.
Me too, brother. From your mouth to God's ears. Episode 534, we're using the stock market regarding teams after the first quarter of the NFL season.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
You better damn know it.
Better damn believe it.
Let's kick it off. Coach, best of the week. Talk to the people.
Man, best of the week for me, man, is we started official practice this week.
That's right.
Like the real college practice basketball season began on Monday.
That's right.
So we got it going. I mean, we know we're doing our off-season stuff before, but the official practice of the season started Monday.
Shout out to you. Coach, shout out to the Tigers.
Coach, yes, I got 2 years left, Coach.
Huh?
I got 2 years left. Get to my spot.
2 years early.
I can get to my spot now.
Nah.
Probably 2 years ago, you might have, man. You ain't going to help us right now.
I'm just saying I can get to my spot. Good locker room guy.
Is he a good locker room?
Good locker room guy. I'm going to get the guys ready. I'm going to get ready.
I don't know.
I'm going to get the guys ready.
How you going to get them ready, Weezy?
I can do what what's your boy did for the Miami Heat?
Udonis Haslem.
Ooh.
That's a walk-on. So you can do that.
I need to call Penny.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. My best of the week is Derrick Rose retiring. I know we talked about it, but you kind of look at the trajectory of where Derrick Rose was going. Youngest MVP still to this day at 22 years old.
It's crazy.
Wasn't for that injury, man. You know what? And I was talking to, I think I was talking to Sean about this. If Derrick Rose embraces a little bit more of the trade era, like when LeBron James was looking to come to Chicago, if he takes on that, I think he's a Hall of Famer because he didn't say that he didn't want to play with them. He just didn't go out and make it a ringing endorsement.
Right. So he wasn't going to recruit him.
No, he wasn't doing no recruiting. Right. If that was a situation, it was him, D-Wade, Bosh, LeBron. We're looking at a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
We're looking at a Hall of Fame career.
We seen what LeBron do to just the average player. What kind of he makes the average player have?
Come on, man.
But now you talking about a D Rose with him?
Man. Come on, man. That's something we didn't get. That sucks too. What's your best of the week, Weezy?
My best of the week this week is I watched a lot of WNBA this past week.
You did. Yeah, you did.
Right, Weezy.
Yeah, you did. You called me last night about the WNBA, and I would never. But yeah, you watched a lot of WNBA.
I watched a lot of WNBA this week.
Yeah.
I think the first round of how they do the. It's only one. You only got to win 2 games. I don't like that, but hey, That's
He's saying that it's not fair because they don't even get to play
at home.
away.
All right, I don't like it either, but the reason they doing it is it's a money thing with the WNBA because ain't no sense of traveling if they gonna end the series
and
there.
they got NBA started.
Now, this is what I think will happen with the NBA growing like it is, and they coming up to new agreements and they get more money. I think they eventually will change that because they'll be able to afford more travel. They'll get more money as they get more money. The WNBA. I'm sorry, I think they will change that because I don't like that either. I don't like they play 2 games at home. And if you win one of the games, you get to go on the road. Yeah, I don't like it either. But
that's why they switched. It used to be the best of 5 in the first round in the NBA.
That's the best
And it just wasn't fair. Yeah, it's the best of 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best of 3.
But you win 2 games.
Yeah, you win 2 games, it's over.
It's like
with.
college softball, man.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, you got to win 2. Best of 3. What you got, Weezy? Right back to you. Worst of the week.
Our worst of the week, man. Be safe, man. Hurricanes coming. People out in the panhandle. 120 mile per hour winds.
Yeah.
what they
Blow your ass
doing? What they 120 miles per hour wind do, Weezy?
It'll blow your ass plumb out of here. Yeah. I'm telling you now. I heard that 120 miles per hour wind pushing an 18-wheeler full of elephants. It'll blow that son bitch right off.
Can I have? Okay, where did you see? Cite yourself.
I ain't never been no 37218. I ain't never been that kind of tell on nobody. 37218.
37218.
37218. Yeah. I ain't never been like that.
My worst of the week are WNBA fans. They got to do something. They're very, very disrespectful. They wilding. I don't know what they can do, but they got to do something. They're threatening the ladies. They're following people on Instagram. Home. You got security. It's hard to kind of follow the game on Twitter like I do the NBA because people are being so just roguish to the ladies, man. And I know NBA players are constantly harassed in the same nature, but it seems like it's a little different because we're talking about a woman and feel for their safety and things of that nature. So the WNBA, I don't like that they put out a press release after the Fever got beat and put out of the playoffs. I think they should have did that beforehand, and I think something has to be done to protect the safety of the ladies of the WNBA. So ladies of the summer, man, I hate that, man. They going crazy.
Yeah.
What's your worst of the week?
That was times 2, man.
Yeah.
Mine was all the slander of the WNBA players. Man. It's getting out of control. Like I get it.
Yeah.
You have hecklers. I understand it's part of the game. You want to make the game hard for them during the game, but there's a line, and they are clearly crossing this line.
Yeah.
During the game, on social media, in person, it's getting out of hand. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
They have to do something real big to deter these people from making these decisions, man.
Remember when Boogie Cousins said, "Have everybody see it? It's right. It's happening right now, and it's getting ridiculous." I'm happy that everybody can see it because that's what's going on in the WNBA right now.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Now make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP just by simply searching for Sport Press Podcast. Weezy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
J.O.
Yes, sir.
You got a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners.
We do. This week's award recipient is UNLV's quarterback. I ain't gonna say Sluka. Matthew Sluka.
Yep. UNLV starting QB Matt Sluka announced that he will redshirt and won't play the rest of the college football season in 2024. He stated, and I quote, "I committed to UNLV based on certain representatives that were made to me, which were not upheld after I enrolled. Despite discussions, it became clear that the commitment would not be fulfilled in the future. I wish my teammates the best of luck this season and hope for the continued success of the program," end quote. Now, Sluka was verbally promised a minimum of $100,000 from a UNLV assistant coach for transferring there. None of that money was paid. Now, a spokesperson for UNLV Collective stated that all financial commitments for UNLV QB Matt Sluka were completely paid. Now, after the wins against KU and Houston, Sluka's family hired an agent, and they collectively felt as if his market value had increased. So, with that being said, he goes in and wants to renegotiate that $100,000 to way more. And what happened was, okay, that was the total for the year. Yeah, you didn't get $100,000 by September, but it was supposed to equal up to $100,000 by January or February. And he was thinking, no, I need more than that. And that is the case that we're in and the space that we're in. It's a broken system in college football, man. And I don't think there's any way to fix it unless you get some for real paperwork on everybody.
Yeah. other reason I don't like this, I'm gonna talk from the other side of it, is his teammates.
Mm-hmm.
You've committed to those guys in practice all spring, if you were there in the spring, all summer, going into the season, and now that you feel that you've played better than what you thought you were gonna play, clearly, because if you felt like you deserved that money, you would have asked for that initially. You wouldn't have just asked for the $100,000 over the season. But now you're gonna leave those guys out to dry because now everybody's depending on you to be the starting quarterback. Now, 3 games to the season, somebody else is going to step in the quarterback, and you're letting everybody down in the locker room.
Everybody.
Like, you're supposed to, especially if you're one of those guys, your team, it's us, family, all that. Yeah. What's family about that?
Nah, it ain't none. And that's the thing about Sluka. He's a 5th-year senior, so in turn, he's going to try to do this somewhere else. He was at Holy Cross for 5 years prior to this. And now he goes to UNLV. It ain't like he was balling. Only completing 43% of your passes, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick. But this team is 3-0. They beat 2 Power 4 programs
with him at quarterback.
With him at quarterback, one of the favorites to actually come out and maybe get a bid in the college football playoffs. So, man, broken sport, but the bar is in hell if you can go. It ain't like Sluka was balling.
Right. Yeah, see, what he heard was, and keep in mind, he's in Vegas.
He is in Vegas.
A lot of stuff happens in Vegas. Yeah. A lot of money's in Vegas. A lot of gambling in Vegas. He's probably, and that's the first time UNLV's been 3-0 in a long time.
Since Randall Cunningham was there.
Since first time UNLV's been good in a while. And he's hearing it. Yep. He's hearing it. He said, man, what you need to get some more money. He tried to go back and re-up, get a signing bonus. And they said, nah.
No.
Yeah,
man,
we made a deal.
When you now get it, it's something that can be negotiated, but in turn, don't quit on your team. You knew that you was gonna ball. You have the confidence in yourself. You should have demanded $200,000 instead of $100,000.
Exactly.
And you go in there
up front,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like I get it. You can only negotiate what you're worth, and he has leverage to do so. But don't quit on your team.
Don't quit on him, man. Don't quit on your team.
Obviously, you're not that good because if you were that good, you'll get that money.
You'd have got that money. Now listen, now Weezy said a lot. But that right there is the truth. If he was balling like he was balling, he was completing 70% of them passes instead of 43. This wouldn't even been a problem.
Maybe had like 14 touchdowns in 3 games. They'd be like, yeah,
we're gonna have to play old Sluka.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt Sluka. We're gonna get this to you, my boy. We're gonna get this right to
Weezy, we're gonna let you take that. After you go out there, your wheelhouse out in Vegas.
Yeah.
Any excuse I got, I'll go up there.
I know you will.
You go to the house, the bedding houses, get your.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bathhouse.
No, I didn't see.
He tried to go back to Tiger Woods.
Lamar was in there.
I ain't hear about Lamar.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you guys ready to get started? J-Ho. Check us out each and every Monday. The Revolution will be podcast. Revolution will be podcast. First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Weezy.
It's your man, Coach Lock.
Coach Lock, where can I find social media, my brother?
Man, nothing has changed. Just Lock_the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good though. I like it though. Yeah, do you?
You usually do it.
Nah, that's just.
Yeah.
Jay, where can I find on social media, my brother?
J-Ho on Instagram and Twitter. Let's talk on Twitter. Let's have a full conversation on Twitter. Watch your mouth though.
Oh wow.
Well, we have a conversation.
I'm FSP_ on IG. I'm at How We's on Twitter. I come in peace.
Holla at you.
Holla at me.
There you go. You actually retweeted something, twin. Lock me in, twin.
Did I?
He said, did I? You was an accident.
It was a butt dive.
It was a butt tweet. It was a butt retweet.
It's the wrong damn button.
Yeah, you did.
Like the wrong damn thing.
Yeah, you did. Now, Jeff is out on assignment, so we will kick things off with Weezy's NFL Power Rankings. Weezy, you have the honors, my brother.
I do. I got some Power Rankings this week. Bear with me this week, man. It's been crazy in the NFL.
It has.
A lot of teams is 3-0. Probably won't be in the top 7 for long. But in 3-0 is 3-0. This week, number 7.
Gotta stop looking over there.
I got the Detroit Lions at 2-1 at number 7. Number 6, the New York Jets at 2-1. New York Jets. They lost to the 49ers, but they came out and scored 24 points straight and gave up only 14 points. New York Jets. Number 5. I had to do this team's 2-0, but they gave up 34. They gave up 34 points, only scored 7 last week. It hurt me. It's the Houston Texans at number 5. Number 4 is where it gets tricky. These teams are 3-0. You got to put them where they be. Pittsburgh Steelers number 4 and number 5. Number 4. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the Buffalo Bills at number 3. 3-0. They there. They
A little low.
no, they score a lot of points, but the teams they beat is not really that.
Okay.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Nobody's gonna like this. The Kansas City Chiefs at number 2 at 3-0.
I had them at 3. Okay.
Yeah. And number 1, the Minnesota Vikings at 3-0.
Ooh. I like what you did right there. I ain't mad at the Vikings.
The Bills didn't go through what the Vikings went through.
Yeah, they
Now Seattle's undefeated and
They
is not
are.
on that list.
And that's the team I left out.
Yeah.
Seattle's undefeated. I left on that list. But are the Seattle Seahawks? They beat Miami with no Tua.
Average 45. They not on the list.
They 2-1. I don't think the Saints can beat Detroit right now. I don't think the Saints can beat Houston.
We'll see.
I don't think it's gonna be legit.
You don't think they can beat Houston after that showing?
Houston was due for a bad game.
Yeah, they was doing one. And the Saints were as well. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about some WNBA.
Yes,
Surprises in the first round of the 2024 WNBA playoffs. Try some sweeps.
Yes, a lot of
Try
sweeps.
some sweeps.
Shit.
The top 4 seeds each advance to what should be 2 blockbuster semifinal series, which tip off Sunday. We're here to predict winners for both series. We'll kick things off first with the Liberty versus the Aces in a best-of-5 series. The regular season series, New York won 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-wee. Coach, who is your predicted winner and why?
Man, this is gonna be a tough one, man. This is gonna be a knockdown, bomb, burn to drag them out. But I gotta go with the Aces, man.
Yeah.
I have the Aces in 5 to be exact. I think Asia Wilson wants to sweep everything. She already got unanimous MVP. She wants to be in that group of 3-peat champions with the Rockets. I'm not the Rockets, the Comets, Houston Comets. And like you mentioned, they got beat 3-0 in the regular season. But we know that's all without Chelsea Gray, really. She was hurt, injured, and everybody knows when your starting point guard is not on your team, you're a totally different team in basketball.
That's right.
Totally different team. But now she's back. She's 100% healthy.
Throwing dimes.
And they're a different team.
Yeah, she got
Different team when she's out there. Because now what happens is Tiffany Hayes can shift and not have to play the starting role. And Chelsea Gray's the star role. Now you take Chelsea Gray out, you put Tiffany Hayes back in the game.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, the Aces are the defending champs, and I'm going to roll with the Aces.
Hard to beat them in a 5-game series. What you got, Weezy?
Man, I gotta go with the Aces. The Aces, yeah, but here's the thing. This is the championship
It's the
series.
championship. Yeah.
This is the championship series.
no doubt about
right
it.
here. And it might. I mean, I don't think it'll go 5 games. I think the Aces will beat them pretty good
Really?
because the Aces are veterans in all positions. And Chelsea Gray, she the X factor. She throwing dimes.
She is out there.
She throwing dimes,
Yeah.
and she's hitting open threes. Like that team, I watched them. They built like a championship team. They got somebody sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
They got Asia doing her thing.
That's right.
And
AP?
Then, AP. Then
KP.
Yeah, that's KP. But they got KP doing her thing.
Yeah.
But like they're veterans at every position.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Man, this is the big question for me, and I'll ask you, Coach. Who will guard Jonquel Jones and Breonna Stewart?
That's going to be the tough matchup.
That's the
Because
matchup.
Asia can only guard one of
She
them.
can only guard one
She
of
can only
them.
guard one of
So
them.
Kia Stokes, you are right here.
Yeah.
And they're gonna put her on Jonquel, and she averaged 19 and 11 in the 3 games that they won. That's 5 more points than she averaged in the regular season. I think the Liberty are clicking right now. Sabrina Ionescu is getting overshadowed by Caitlin Clark as the playoffs will go along. People start looking to see why Sabrina Ionescu is Sabrina Ionescu. She
Yeah.
had 36 points to close out in their first round series. Man, and I think just having that starting 5, you look at their starting 5, Sabrina, Sloot, they have my girl Betnaja Laney. At the 4, you got Stewie. Then you go Jonquel. I don't think the Aces have enough to compete this year with them. I got the Liberty in 5. And you know,
Yeah.
I love the Aces,
Yeah.
but yeah, I got to go with the Liberty in 5.
I tell you this game 1 is going to decide
A lot.
how this series is going to go 95%.
Yep. And it's in New York, though.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If the Aces can get game 1,
Yeah.
the pressure is on the Liberty.
Pressure's on, but guess who ain't going to crack?
But here's the thing about Liberty. Liberty got, I don't know what the chick name is, but they got one chick on there who can play defense. I'm gonna say that.
You talking about Jackie Young?
I don't know. She was on Caitlin Clark the other night, and on one of them plays, she made Caitlin
No,
Clark.
that's for the Suns.
Yeah, it's for the Aces.
Oh, I'm not the
That's
wrong chick then.
Yeah.
The wrong
That's
chick.
Dejanay.
That's Dejanay.
Yeah, Dejanay Karen.
That's my
Lock
girl.
up the puppies.
Yeah,
you
she's
hear me?
That's my girl.
Yeah, she's like.
Can't say she got
Breakout
that
player of the
God.
Oh, yeah, I called that one. That's my girl. I called that
Next
one.
series up, we have Weezy's Connecticut Sun versus the Minnesota Lynx in the best of 5 series, the regular season series. Connecticut won 2-1. Weezy, we'll kick things off with you. Who is your predicted winner and why?
I'm gonna go with the Suns on that.
Yeah, just the Sun.
The Sun. Minnesota Lynx are good too, though.
Minnesota Lynx are good.
Minnesota Lynx are good too, but I'm gonna go with the Sun.
Yeah.
I think they got defense.
They
I
slide.
seen it.
They slide.
I seen it with my own 2 eyes.
Minnesota got the best defense in the entire WNBA, though.
Bet the under. That's how that means for me.
What you got, Coach?
Man,
This is the toughest one for me.
yeah.
This is tough.
I got this one going 5 as well.
Okay.
But I got to stick with my pick, man. I'm going to go with the Sun, man. They have those 2 all defensive caliber players out there in DeWanda Bonner and Dejanay Carrington, man. They gonna lock up the puppies, but they going to have their hands full in the Nafisa College.
Nafisa College.
42 last night. At the time recording, it was last night. I hate she missed a free throw to get the record.
Yeah.
And then they didn't try to let her get it with the last 2.5 minutes. But, you know, she's a tough out right now. And we said on our WNBA show, y'all go check that one out last week. If Asia Wilson doesn't have the issue she has, she probably wins MVP.
Nafisa College definitely wins MVP.
But I'm going to go with the Sun, man. I know the Lynx are playing great. They're the number 2 seed, but I'm going to go with the Sun.
This is defense versus defense, strength versus strength. The WNBA's league leader in assists as a team was the Minnesota Lynx. So you combine defense and the ability to pass the ball around and get everybody involved. I think that is what will put them over the top. And I don't think they have anybody that will stop Nafisa Collier. And she's playing some of her best basketball as the season has went on past the Olympic break. So I got the Lynx winning in 4. Yeah, Lynx winning in 4. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they're going to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they'll win 1. I think the Sun will win 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on to some college football. As we all know, the Pac-12 is looking a lot different than usual these days, with the teams added like Boise State, Fresno State, Colorado State, and San Diego State joining Washington State, Oregon State. They make up the new Pac-12 right now. With the old teams leaving for the other 4 power conferences, it leaves the Pac-12 in limbo and having to figure out a lot. So my question to you guys is, will the Pac-12 be able to survive the departures of these other schools?
What you got? Go ahead.
I think they will, because here's the thing: they need a conference on the Pacific Coast. Here's the thing: the Big Ten, it's got like 16 teams. There's too many.
Too many teams.
There's too many teams. It's almost like it's like an NFL conference. SEC too. It's too many teams. They need a conference on the Pacific West Coast. You just gotta have one. That's where a lot of good players come out of there. A lot of good, you can name 4 or 5 quarterbacks that came out of the Pac-12.
Yep.
They're starting right now. So you got to have that.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the Pac-12, man. They had to find a way to scoop up as many people as they can to get some of those media revenue shares that's out there right now. And having that will also secure a spot in that college football playoff. But losing UNLV, that was a huge L. They needed him to complete that full takeover so Weezy can say, hey, a couple of years you bring in North Dakota State, who I think is ready to play P5 football, P4 and P5 including the Pac-12 now. So I think the Pac-12 and the Mountain West are stuck both at 7 teams. I think you'll go and maybe get in UConn to make them their 8th team in the Pac-12. But, man, I just don't understand why they're reaching out to so many different teams. They try to reach out to UTSA. They try to reach out to Memphis. And it just doesn't make any sense logistically for a team like that. Yeah, that's going to be stupid. But if you look at it in the ACC, Stanford and Cal are both playing in the ACC. So it's just stupid as well.
Yeah, it's stupid, but you're talking about 2 bigger schools.
That's true.
It's a lot of money at Stanford, a lot of money at Cal Berkeley.
Yeah.
So they can afford a little more to make that transportation and those trips back and forth from the West Coast all the way over out to the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Well, my bad. And to be honest, if I'm Cal, Stanford, even UCLA, I'm dying to go back. Because, them schools are pretty much equipped for that type of football.
Mhm.
They can win. They can go over there and win a conference a couple
They can
years
win
on.
it,
yeah.
I'm dying to go back.
And they not.
not.
Yeah.
And the thing I don't like about all the alignment with these conferences is everybody's talking about the revenue sports, your basketball, your football. But what about those non-revenue sports like tennis, softball, track? They still have to compete in these same conferences. So now you're talking about taking the men and women's track team from California all the way over to Atlantic Coast to running track meets weekly or bi-weekly, however they do theirs, or softball. They play every week. So now you're talking about having to go from the West Coast all the way to Atlantic Coast every week to play these games. And those are going to be the teams that are going to get hurt the worst.
And academics going to suffer.
Yeah, they're non-revenue. So where those football programs and basketball programs are chartering flights, can a softball team charter a flight all the time like that? Can a tennis team charter a flight like that all the time? So they're going to be the ones hurting the most and suffering.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to have to charter it
They got to.
because they have to get there. You're not going to drive.
Nah. That sucks, man. All right, before we get started with halftime, let's talk some more college football. Reggie Bush is suing the NCAA again. The former USC star and Heisman Trophy winner has filed a lawsuit against his alma mater, the NCAA, and the Pac-12 Conference over exploitation of his NIL deals, partly because it's a defamation of character, saying that Bush was a part of pay-for-play arrangements. Now, the House settlement, if approved, would allow schools to share $20 to $23 million annually with athletes. Roughly $2.77 billion in back damages will also be paid out to former athletes for lost revenue sharings and NIL opportunities. Weezy, is Bush ready for another battle, and will he win it?
If I'm Bush, man, you got your Heisman back.
Yeah, and he slipped and fell in St. Louis, tore his ACL, sued them, got money for that too.
Yeah, so he
got a good lawyer.
Yeah, he got his
He
lawyer.
got a good lawyer on.
And he rolling the dice. Yeah. But here's the thing, you got your Heisman back. You back legendary. Like you walk in the hallways and see that Heisman. You back at they wouldn't even fool with you at USC.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't even fool. Now you go over there and your jersey's back up on the wall and shit. Chill.
Mm-hmm.
Chill.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's doing this though. It's bigger than sports for him. I think this is bigger.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah,
but
he's doing something similar to what Ed O'Bannon did.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. But everybody gets old, bro. They already showed him. They let him go for 12 years and didn't care nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can he go another 10 more years and your nephews come up and they still gonna say, man, what about Reggie Bush? No, they're not.
Yeah. The couple things for me about it is, if you say he does win this lawsuit, right? How are they gonna determine how much money he should get? Because nobody was getting money back then, legally.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, this brown paper bag money back then.
Allegedly. Then, because the cost of living was different from now than it is back now. So all that, which they may be able to do the numbers on that.
Yeah,
but other thing is, if he does win this lawsuit, now you open up another Pandora's box, because that means now Matt Leinart's going to come back and say, I need my money back.
Yeah, but
all
that's
those big stars.
That $2 billion is the spread between them.
I just don't see the NCAA losing this battle again.
But they don't want.
I don't
they
know.
want Johnny Manziel coming back out there.
But that $2.7 billion is for Johnny Manziel, is for Jimmy Fredette, is for Adam Morrison. Those people that couldn't capitalize off their name,
Adam
image,
Morrison.
and likeness. Even Shoney Schimmel, who played at Louisville, like, they were huge stars but made zero money like these guys are making. I watched Jeremiah Smith, the wide receiver who plays for Ohio State. He just signed with what's the name of that? Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they just missed the boat.
Yeah, and I get that, but
it's okay.
But that was one of those things. Just like that 2.77 would be something that you can give those guys who deserve some of that money. It's just like even going back to like hip hop. Like there's a thing that they're doing now for some of the older hip hop artists, and they get money now for not necessarily what they do, but they get money, just a random amount of money. Reparations.
That's what it is.
What it is.
But that's like some of the old players going back and suing social media, man. Because I didn't play in social media area. You know what they would have done for Allen Iverson or somebody like that?
I'm just saying. It's just cool to kind of see.
No, it's not.
And I think it's something that'll work, because if it worked for Ed O'Bannon, I think it's something that'll happen for Reggie Bush.
And that's what they're doing. They're
going to
fishing.
stretch this one out.
Yeah.
Pause.
They're just fishing.
Yeah.
Think about it. You talking about that was what, 93?
With Ed O'Bannon?
Yeah.
Well, he started in on the game in 2003. 2000.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason the game stopped.
So 20 years.
It was 20
so you talking about 2044. It ain't going to take that long, but it's going to take a minute.
Yeah, they're going to drag it out.
They'll stretch it out.
Yeah.
Settle out, because they're not going to get the $2.7 billion.
They'll get compensated. It's bigger than Nino Brown.
They won't get $1 billion.
Telling you, I'm telling you. And this is for Zion Williamson. You just imagine how much money Zion would have got.
That's what I'm saying.
But Zion got it though.
But what I'm saying is he could have got it earlier, just like how
but he missed
getting it right now.
But he missed it. It's okay. He missed it.
Can't cry over spilled milk. I know. Right. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Full Sport Press.
This your boy FSP Weezy. Join us each and every Monday on all streaming platforms. And don't forget, everything is paid for.
The Revolution will be podcasted. Halftime, we are back with FSP's Heisman
Jay's
list.
Heisman list.
The
Jay's
Heisman list for the Full Sport Press podcast. Each week, the college football season, FSP will take a look at the 2024-2025 Heisman Trophy race and break down the contenders. Out of contention this week, guys. Out of contention this week. It is Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart and Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. But Ashton Jeanty has a big game coming up this weekend, so he could creep right back in there. He still leads the NCAA in rushing yards, and he missed the game because of a bye week. Anyway, coming in at number 4, we have Colorado cornerback and wide receiver Travis Hunter. It's up to plus 1,700 right now. In an all-around way, it's hard to argue with 4 straight 100 receiving yards games and an interception and a game-sealing forced fumble against Baylor. He is the most important player to a college team right now. Up next, CU is looking to go 2-0 in conference play opposite UCF this weekend. UCF is favored by 14 points. Coming in at number 3, we have Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders, first time on the list, plus 3,500. Every Heisman winner needs a moment, and Shedeur Sanders had 2 Heisman moments on back-to-back plays. The Heisman problem is Colorado might struggle to win more than 2 games with this nasty schedule coming up. Up next, again, the Buffs are on the road against UCF. UCF is favored by 14 points. Coming in at number 2, we have Miami quarterback Cam Ward. He's plus 450 right now. The national passing touchdown leader has been as advertised, one of the most electric players in college football. 1 month into his Miami career, the prize transfer is the primary reason why the Hurricanes are undefeated and top 10. Their ACC schedule is hurting them. Up next, the number 7 ranked Miami Hurricanes are at home against Virginia Tech. Miami is favored by 19.5 points. And coming in at numero uno for 2 straight weeks, it is Jalen Milroe, quarterback from Alabama. It's plus 600. Alabama does not have to beat Georgia this week, but it has to be close, and Milroe has to be absolutely wonderful. There will be other games, but this is his shining moment to have his Heisman moment. Just like Jaden Daniels had last year, Mr. Ward is ready to take over for the number 1 spot. If he doesn't, Alabama are at home against the number 2 seed, Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia's favored by 2.5 points, and that is the FSP Heisman list. That's a good list.
I'm going to say it. Colorado going to make the bowl game.
Put it on now. Put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board. There it is, Coach.
I think Shedeur going to sit at that Heisman thing, too.
Put it on the board, too. Colorado will
If they win today.
play
And I ain't even counting that one.
in a
You ain't counting that one?
bowl
Cincinnati,
game.
Kansas,
In
and they're going to beat Texas Tech.
24, 25.
That's 6.
You got to have 7.
Now you got to have 6.
I got
Got
6. Yeah.
Well, no, for that conference, you might have got to have 7.
No, it don't matter what conference you're in. You only got to have 6 to win
Yeah,
a
6.
bowl to make
6
a bowl
play
game.
Okay. 6 playing the game.
Yeah.
So you saying they win 3 more games?
Yeah.
We'll see. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Coach. Put some on the board. It's thin over there.
I was out forever.
Man, you did 2 straight weeks. You guys ready to get started the second half?
Let's do
Let's
it.
get it.
Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Amazon Music. Hey, if you got Amazon Prime,
Hell yes, that too.
Make sure you do all that, all right? And when these ads start showing, ads are free if you got Amazon Prime or Amazon Music. Make sure you check that out. All right, to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP, just simply search Full Sport Press Podcast.
Second half, we are buying or we're selling NFL teams heading in to the second quarter of the NFL season. I am J Hove.
Just your boy Weezy.
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Cameraman, the NFL season already has delivered its shares of surprises. Here's to you last week. I've never watched football the way I watched football last week and was looking like, wait, they beat who? They lost to who? Last week, that was some wild shit. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets last week.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets, man.
Hurt me.
We're going to talk about old Sam Darnold. There are more challenges for star quarterbacks, fewer explosive plays, and a lot of talk about how the world would exist without too high coverage is a constant reality. It's always intriguing at this time of the year to assess which teams really are good, and especially if the team didn't make the playoffs in the previous season. The best teams in the NFL are built to thrive in November, December, and beyond. So looking good on this stage only means you have a chance to still contend once winter officially arrives. Welcome to Buy or Sell. When we say buy, this team is a contender. When we're selling, this team is not a contender as we record this podcast. We'll kick things off first, Weezy, before you get to that. What you got?
Let me say one thing. See how bad the upsets was last week. They said to every 15 people that went to the casino, right, 7 people paid.
Yes, all right. Yeah, so Vegas won last week.
Oh, big time.
Big time.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good. We'll kick things off with Jeff's Buffalo Bills. Are we buying or selling or trading, Coach, the Buffalo Bills?
Right now, the Bills are 3-0. They're at a real high. They have a tough schedule coming up, though, and I'm not fully confident in them. They have the Jets, Seahawks, Chiefs in their next 6 games. So I'm going to have to sell the Buffalo Bills.
Right now. Okay. Sell high. What you got, Weezy?
Man, I think I'm gonna buy Buffalo.
You buying stock in Buffalo?
Yeah, because Josh Allen's playing out of his mind right now, and they letting him be athlete. I don't know what's up with these coaches. They're letting quarterbacks just run free like that these days.
That's what Josh Allen does, though.
Josh Allen doing it. Lamar Jackson's doing it. They just let them run. But here's the thing, like you said, they play the Jets, the Chiefs, and Seahawks.
3 of their next 6.
Yeah, I don't trust the Seahawks
At all.
And the Jets, they're injured on defense. They got the guy that's just tore Achilles.
Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah, and they're injured on defense.
He was a backup, though.
Well, they lost somebody else, too. I forgot. They might lose that game. And then the Chiefs, they're winning games, but they're just winning close games.
Yeah, they just winning games.
But that's what they do.
That's what they do. They win the games.
I think Buffalo got a chance in all 3 of those games. I'm buying Buffalo.
I'm selling as well. I don't like the way that they do in their wide receiver room. If you look at my guy, Khalil Shakir, he isn't being targeted enough. He's only caught 14 of all of his 14 targets. So you throw the ball 14 times to somebody. He's caught all 14 of those targets. Throw him the damn ball some more.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing with that, Jay. That's not even an argument when you winning. When you winning, that don't mean nothing.
It don't matter. It don't matter. And I'm nitpicking because at a team that's 3-0 that beat the door handles off of somebody last week. But if you look at this division, it absolutely stinks. The Dolphins are injured again. The Pats are rebuilding. The Jets is the only competition, and I think they are the better team. So if we're talking about contention, I am selling the Buffalo Bills. But it's a good start for the Buffalo Bills, most definitely. Next up, we have the Washington Commanders sitting at 2-1 as we record the podcast. Weezy, buy, sell, or trade.
All right, Washington. You beat Cleveland.
You beat Cleveland.
And you beat Cincinnati last week.
You did.
Jaden Daniels went off last week on Monday Night Football primetime. I think he's a player. And I think they got the right offensive coordinator for him.
Yeah. Who should just stay as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
right?
but he wants to be a coach.
Yeah.
And Dan Campbell can coach a defense.
That ain't Dan Campbell.
No,
Dan Campbell with the Lions.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, I'm sorry, can coach a defense. That's why Dallas is suffering right now, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Because of Dan Quinn's leave. This division's tough.
Tough division.
But the Eagles not looking too good. I'm buying.
You buying?
I'm buying.
You buying the Washington Commanders?
I'm running low on money because I just bought 2 in a row.
Yeah. What you got, Coach?
Man, since we selling is contending, I'm selling, man.
Oh, shit.
They 2-0 right now, like you said. And they have some few games coming up there favorable, but I think it will fall off. They got the Browns, the Panthers, the Bears, the Giants coming up. Not too nuts to shake for, but the Bears have a lot of talent, but Caleb is still trying to figure it out. You have the Browns. We don't know what Deshaun Watson and the Browns going to do, even though we know what their defense is going to do. And then you have the Panthers, who are struggling. They demoted their starting quarterback. So the Commanders, they'll win a few games, but if we're talking about actually contending for the championship, I don't think they'll do it. So I'm going to sell while the stock is high right now.
Selling some high stock as well. They can't score in the red zone because they don't have a damn red zone target. They just use Jaden Daniels to run up the damn middle of the field, and you're trying to get your quarterback killed. He's 6'3". And, man, I worry about that kid. His helmet was on last week. That's what makes me happy. But he's not Josh Allen. He's not Cam Newton. He's Jaden Daniels. Let him find a way. And Austin Eckler's hurt right now. So they better find a way to get somebody to hand the damn ball off to get in the red zone, because they were ranked 31st in red zone percentage in the NFL prior to last week. Now, last week they killed Cincinnati Bengals because they can't. Yeah, man. Listen, Jaden Daniels played great. First quarterback of the entire class to actually throw a touchdown going into week 3. So shout out to him. But without Austin Eckler, without a solid run game, I'm worried about them. I'm selling the Washington Commanders.
You still trashing your opinion?
I think the entire draft class is trash. Yeah, so I'm rolling. Yeah, I'm rolling.
Got to say that.
Yeah.
Got to stick with your guns.
Rolling in next is the Minnesota Vikings sitting at 3-0. Coach, you buy, selling, or trade?
I'm buying with the Minnesota Vikings, man. I'm buying. You know, the stock is high right now, but I think they're going to continue win games and rise up. And with the injury to Jordan Love with the Packers, even though he's coming back, I think they can gain enough ground and get enough lead where they can hold them off and win their division. So I'm going to buy because I think the Minnesota Vikings are contenders to win that division.
Weezy.
I'm
buying stock.
Yeah, because Brian Flores, defense quarter, he got them boys playing good. Sam Darnold, as a veteran out there, throwing to number 1 wide receivers, playing out of his mind.
Getting MVP talk right now. You know what that did, though, real quick, and I'll let you roll. Going to San Francisco, seeing how well ran offenses, it gave him some confidence, showed him how to really be a quarterback, and he looks the part right now. Go ahead, Weezy.
Or Jefferson's just that damn good.
He ain't throwing about Jefferson that much.
But Sam Darnold's good. I've been saying it for a while. Sam Darnold's good. He just got an offensive line around him. He got a system where he play in. Sam Darnold's good.
Yeah.
He's not. He's preparing to be the starter. He's not a backup.
I got you. Yeah. Minnesota ended this season one of the more underrated teams, and now we can kind of see why. They got plenty of talent, especially on offense. Aaron Jones, I thought he was done. He's playing the part right now. The question was Sam Darnold, and I still don't believe in that offensive line, so I'm selling. They're getting killed on the interior. Sam Darnold will come back down to earth. The law of averages will help him out real soon here, and their defense is dialing up. That will keep them in games 100%. Brian Flores, even though he's suing the NFL right now, he'll continue to be a great defensive coordinator. I don't think he'll ever be a head coach again because he is indeed still suing the NFL.
Yeah, it's over.
But Sam Darnold is playing out of his mind right now. It'll come back down to earth, and we'll be talking about the Vikings finding a way to slide into the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm selling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers sitting at 3-0. Coach, buy, sell, or trade?
I'm buying, man. The Steelers always had a great defense. They were just waiting to find a quarterback.
Right.
And Justin Fields has stepped into that role. He's getting better every week because he's getting accustomed to the playbook every week. He's starting to figure out that playbook. And with the defense Steelers have, it's going to keep them in games all the time. They just needed somebody back there to run the show, and Justin Fields is doing that. So I'm buying the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Competent adult. Weezy, Pittsburgh.
I'm selling Pittsburgh. I'm selling it. I like everything Coach said. The defenses are amazing. TJ Watt's amazing. The boy just got hurt, but the Heisman just got hurt.
Yeah, but they got Patrick Queen.
They do have Patrick Queen, but and the defense is amazing.
It is.
But they played Atlanta and they scored 15 points. They played Denver and then they just beat the Chargers with Justin Herbert went out the game. It's gonna be a time where that defense doesn't show up, and they're gonna need Justin Fields to win the football game.
Yeah,
and we get to see that. I'm selling.
They did that against the Falcons.
No,
they bought.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
They
with you
scored
though. I
15
agree.
points, 15-14.
Yeah.
And they got 2 safeties in that game.
Yeah, I get you. I'm right. I am buying on the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is another team with red zone scoring problems, though. But there are many factors that's contributing to their low mark of red scoring. You got a new offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, Weezy's guy. And on top of that, you have a new quarterback there who is destined to be the backup quarterback. So now he's thrown into starting time. And now that offensive line is set with a couple of injuries. The offense will continue to take baby steps, and I think that Mike Tomlin wins that way, the way that he wants to win, because this is a formula he's won with his entire career, defense. And on top of that, I think they'll figure out a way to only help out the defense because they only scored 26 points through 3 games, dude. Look at that defense. That defense is playing out of its mind. But you take a peek at that schedule, depending on how you view the Cowboys and the Jets right now, the Steelers defense doesn't truly have a difficult test until week 11 when the Ravens come to town. So I am buying stock in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes. The question was, does the Pittsburgh Steelers have enough to win the AFC North? And I think they do.
Yes.
Next up, speaking of the AFC North, is the Baltimore Ravens coming in at 1-2. Weezy, buy, sell, or trade the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm buying. I think they figured their team out. I think they realized they have Derrick Henry back there for a reason. He got 25 carries. That's how you play with Derrick Henry. You play behind his pads. You give him the ball. Let him wear the team down. He had 151 yards against the Cowboys. Supposed to have a great defense. Lamar Jackson gonna do his thing. And here's the thing with them: once they keep figuring out how to play together, they're gonna be fine. Yeah.
Coach,
I'm buying as well, man. I think they had a rough 2 games to start the season. Like Weezy mentioned, Derrick Henry had 1 game where he had like 10 carries, and that's not going to do good for Derrick Henry. He wears teams down over the time by keep giving him the ball and keep running up the middle, and then he'll break one. And then once that starts to go, now you still got to worry about Lamar Jackson back here. So with the Ravens coming up, they have the Bengals, Commanders, Bucks, Browns, Broncos. They'll get on a run right here, so I'm buying while the stock is low with them guys being 1-2. So give me the Baltimore Ravens. Buying.
Yeah. Okay. So that last win that we saw, Baltimore win, it saved their season. Since 1990, 0-3 teams have made the playoffs just 2.5% of the time, while 1-2 teams are 10 times more likely at 25% to earn a postseason bid. So that saved their season as far as statistics goes. But the thing is, Mark Andrews is out there every week, and he hasn't played at a high level. He unlocks the offense for Lamar Jackson. Now, I think that has a lot to do with Isaiah Likely coming in, being tight end 1 right now, taking away some of the targets. In addition, you have Derrick Henry in the red zone. You got to give him the ball as well. But they've been outplayed and outscored in 2 straight fourth quarters. That has to worry Baltimore Ravens fans. I will trade the stock that I have right now in the Baltimore Ravens just strictly off them trying to figure it out because I bought high stakes with the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm trading my stock, but it's low stock right now. It's good to cop right now. Next up, we have the San Francisco 49ers coming in at 1-2. Coach, we buy, selling, or trade?
Sell.
You're selling?
I'm selling, dog.
Gosh.
I'm selling, man. The injuries scare me. They scare me, dog. They scare me.
Is Hufanga out again, I heard?
Nah. They scare me, man. I'm not confident that we'll be able to turn it around and have the year we had last year with the injuries piling up, calf strains on running backs with guys that do a lot. It scares me. So, and that's CMC I'm talking about for the people who don't know. If he goes down, the season completely changes because you can't run the same offense that you have used and put in and ran all preseason if he's not playing. So I'm selling. Hate to do it to my boys, but I'm selling.
Weezy, what you got?
Yeah, I'm selling too. They just got too many injuries. Too many injuries, man. I don't think they're gonna be able to sustain the injuries to make a good playoff run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to win some games to get to the playoffs and say, oh, well, we can get there. You're going to win some games first.
Yeah.
And you're going to take a lot to win games. But if you can win games to get everybody healthy, it'd be different. But I seen that schedule.
Yeah. The thing is with the 49ers, we built this team to win today. Mm-hmm. This is not a team that you're looking to win in the next year or two. We were built to win now. And for both of those losses, for 3+ quarters, we had the right formula to still win both of those games. We could easily be walking into this show at 3-0, and everybody would still be buying stock. The offense, though, is predicated strictly off big plays, yak plays, and you can't do that when you don't have Christian McCaffrey, you don't have Debo, and Brandon Ayuk clearly wasn't looking to play football until he got his money. So in turn, now he's catching up. But man, we needed those extra yardage. I think Kittle's coming back soon. Debo's coming back soon as well. But I think it's running a little bit deeper than just those two injuries, because I don't think C-Mac plays a game this year. And yeah, that's tough, man. So,
if y'all don't want him to play a game, y'all done.
Well, that's the thing too. But we're really good right around the trade deadline to make a splash to get somebody in there to play. I don't think it'll be a running back. I think it'll be somebody like Devontae Adams per se. We could get in there and could be a guy. But here's to say, who knows? But I'm trading my stock. I wouldn't say I'm selling it, but I'm up. It's up for trade. It's up for trade. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys coming in at 1-2. Weezy, you buy, selling, or trading?
I'm trading my stock in Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They got something missing. I don't know what it is.
I know.
And Jerry Jones came out and said that he made a mistake in the offseason by this is on him.
Yeah.
So he knows that he didn't do that in the offseason to hurt him. And that team, I guess he thought that team was that good they can just run it back. But if they could just run it back, they got blew out in the playoffs last year by Green Bay. So you have to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
They don't have they don't have a number 2 wide receiver. Brendan Cooks is not.
He good though. Brandon Cooks is good.
He's not fast
they
anymore.
They don't even got a tight end.
Yeah, he's not fast anymore though.
Yeah.
And Zeke is not. It's just not.
Bro. Yeah. What you got, Coach?
Man, the stock is at an all-time low right now because they 1-2, and everybody thought the Cowboys were going to be this great team because they do have talent. They do. They have talent all over the place. But something just is not right, like Weezy said. The defense is not rolling like they thought they would. Michael Parsons, you can tell he's frustrated right now. But for that reason, I'm going to trade this stock because I think they may be able to figure out and turn it around because it's just too much talent on that team, and talent can take you a long way. Yeah. So I'm going to trade my stock with the Cowboys right now. I'm not going to sell it.
I'm completely selling it because I'm looking at the formula that's emerged over the past 2 games. That first game, it looked like Dallas Cowboys were going to play in the Super Bowl. I was worried about playing the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. But they can't stop the run, and they can't generate big plays offensively, especially if they're down. Until they're down big, they start finding ways to throw the ball deep to CD, and they'll figure it out. But running the ball on offense has been a problem for the Dallas Cowboys over the past 3 years, and they haven't come close to getting 100 yards in any of the 3 games on just 49 attempts total for those 3 games as well. Now, I think, honestly, this is the worst running back room in the NFL right now since he's really bad at the running back position, and also Chicago. DeAndre Swift, they showing video of him, A-gap right there. He running straight to he going to the bench.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
He think he can pop it outside.
He running east and west.
Wrong with Swift,
he think he in Pee Wee League. We can run outside every time.
Yeah, man. But, man, they got to find a way to run the ball. I don't think they can do that with the corpse of Ezekiel Elliott, and they still got Dalvin Cook out there as well.
I didn't even know they had my boy out there. He ain't even dressed out though.
He on the practice squad. They got Deuce Vaughn. Man, it's bad. I'm selling all the stock in the world for them. Moving on to the Seattle Seahawks, who are sitting at 3-0. Coach, you buy, selling, or trading?
I'm trading the Seattle Seahawks too, man. They at pretty good value right now. I'm just not sold on them yet, and I don't want to sell out of stock because they have a chance to keep it going based on their schedule. But it's just something about them. The games they've won, I'm not sold completely 100% that they'll be able to roll like that. So I'm gonna trade my Seattle stock.
Please.
This the one. This the Tesla. This is the Nvidia right here. This is the low risk, high reward. But Geno Smith was playing good at 33 years old.
He playing all right.
He's 3-0.
That's all that matters.
Jason, they got Jigma still won. DK is catching bombs down the field.
Yeah,
he's playing good.
Yeah,
they're hurt at running back.
Hurt running back.
I just don't know if they can sustain it. I don't know if it's beginner's luck or not. So I'm not buying nothing.
No,
I ain't buying
nothing. You staying.
I'm just holding what I got.
Just holding what you got. I'm selling all of it. If I had 2, I'm selling all 2 right now. I'm getting the hell out of there. They played a rookie quarterback, beat a rebuilding team, and then the team without a quarterback to lead the league in passing yards. So in turn, they ain't played nobody, and their wins haven't even been impressive and said bad wins because those teams are equally bad. So they have a rash of injuries on the defensive line. They would love to get Kenneth Walker back as soon as possible. Leonard Williams is also hurt. The competition is the reason I'm selling this stock. Over the next 5 weeks, they go against Detroit, San Francisco, Atlanta, and Buffalo. They're not winning any of those games. They're not winning any of those games. We're going to beat them.
You said Detroit who?
Detroit, San Francisco, Atlanta, and Buffalo. They're going to beat the hell out of all of them. They're going to win.
They got a chance to win Atlanta.
They may win Atlanta.
No. They're not, I promise you. They
Is the game in Atlanta, Seattle?
I don't know. That's true. We're going to watch it, though. We're going to watch it.
No,
over those
ahead.
next
Go
4
ahead.
weeks.
Go ahead.
No, we're not.
Go
No.
Go
We're
ahead.
gonna watch it. No,
Go ahead.
No,
I
ain't
spoke
doing
too soon. I said,
yeah.
Say the weeds on accident.
But it's a rookie head coach with a lot of injuries, standing at 3-0. I think they're about to be really tested heavily in the next coming week. So we'll see. But I'm selling all the stock I got with the
Seattle game is in Atlanta.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Go
welcome
ahead.
to Atlanta. Nah, I ain't doing it. Nah. Look at mine. I got the most out of everybody. Catch up. Moving on to the next team is the Cincinnati Bengals, sitting at 0-3. Coach, you buy, selling, or trade?
Man, this is tough for me, man. I'm gonna take the risk right here.
Are we sure?
Because they
I'm
cheat.
just asking y'all. Are
Yes, we sure, dog.
We're sure about what?
Raise
Joe
your
Burrow?
hand if you're sure.
Oh yeah, we're sure about Joe.
I'm buying because the stock is so low right now. This is
0-3.
It's so low right now. It's in the dirt right now. So
You just praise Geno for 3-0, and then you praise and you ain't gonna give nobody no credit for 0-3, brother.
it's
Jaden Daniels.
hey man, the stock is in the dirt.
Stock is in the
It's
dirt.
a high risk reward.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't turn around, you didn't spend no money. No,
didn't spend no
it's
money.
pennies.
Yeah.
But
Penny stock.
if you get rolling, we to the moon.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna buy the Bengals stock right now.
What you got, Weezy?
Yeah, I'm buying Bengal stock. Well, the first game, T. Higgins didn't play.
T. Higgins did not play.
T. Higgins did not play.
He played against Washington though.
He played. He played last game against Washington. But then Joe. But no, Jake Nelson had a hell of a game. Joe Burrow threw 300 yards and 4 touchdowns.
It ain't got nothing to do with him.
Yeah, and then the game before that.
So what you mean?
And then the game before that against Kansas City, they would have won that game, but he got a pass interference call.
Yeah.
So you go from one pass interference call that wins you the game. It was 4th down.
Are you
Game's
buying
over.
stock?
Huh?
Are you buying
I
stock?
told you I'm buying it.
You buying?
And this team always struggles in the beginning of the season. Yeah, Joe Burrow was fine. Tell me why you sell it, but you don't like him.
No,
Never have. You never have.
Hey,
You never have like Burrow.
That's cool.
0-3.
You never like Smoking Joe.
Is 0-3. 4 teams have made the playoffs since 1990. 4. The odds are against them. And you know why? Because they can't run the damn ball. You let Joe Mixon walk out of that door for no reason being cheap. You got to pay him.
Yeah, but they saving that money for Wisconsin.
Man. They threw the ball more than anybody in the NFL over these 3 games. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. They can't sustain that. Joe Burrow is a good quarterback. And there ain't no question about that. He's solid.
Gave him credit. Okay.
But in turn, you can't outscore teams if your defense is trash. You know why? Because Jesse Bates walked out of that door. They are synonymous for not paying people, and it's biting them in the ass now. You got damn Jaden Daniels shredding your defense. He only missed 3 passes. That's how bad that defense is.
Look who you praising now.
No, I'm trying to tell you, the boy, it was wide open. I'm telling you. Aubrey throwing to that one. He wide open.
So here you go. The Bengals got the Panthers this week, right?
They better be in that.
Okay, they get that
AD
game.
AD though.
They get
Red
that
Rocket.
game. They
Yeah.
get that game, right?
Okay.
All right. They play the Ravens after that in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
If they win that game, then you have the Giants and the Browns. You bounce right back. They just got the Ravens is the big game.
I'm just saying the Commanders was the game. That's you supposed to win that.
They're
game.
supposed to, but
That was the game to get you over the schneid.
this is gonna be the game to determine if they can save the season.
Got to
They play
beat the
Ravens.
game. You got to win the games you're supposed to win.
Yeah, that's true.
They beat themselves too often. I don't believe in the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't have any stock in them. I didn't believe in them anyway because I told you the boys played
you don't
like
like Joe
shit last
Burrow.
year. I had no stock in them anyway.
Because you don't like Joe
So
Burrow.
I'm just going to watch this one.
You don't like Burrow. It's cool.
It's okay.
Oh, my God. Come on, man. Come on, dog.
Next up, and closing things out, it is the New Orleans Saints sitting at 2-1. Weezy, are you buy, selling, or trading stock?
Yeah, I'm holding my stock in this. I actually picked this team to win the division. And Alvin Kamara's back. He's hurt right now, though.
Again.
Yeah, but he's back, though.
He ain't back.
And as long as they keep their quarterback upright, they don't keep. If they keep him upright, he's fine. But the first time he started getting sacked, he get happy feet and he gets scared.
That's the problem.
He gets scared when he gets sacked. That's one quarterback I seen get scared out there. Yeah, he gets really scared. But
Pity patting.
if they can keep him upright, that's fine.
Coach?
Yeah, I'm buying, man.
Ooh.
They have a favorable schedule coming up. 2 of the next 3 are home, and the game after that, they go against the struggling Panthers on the road.
Coach.
I think.
4 of them next 6 on the road, though.
Yeah, but I mean, you got you got the Falcons,
You got at Atlanta and at
you got
Kansas
the Chiefs,
City.
right? But then you got home against the Bucks, home against the Broncos, and then you go to the Chargers.
Have y'all noticed when we say after Chiefs, every team plays the Chiefs close. That's the big game for every team plays the Chiefs close.
They got a target on their back.
Yeah.
So
when they're playing Chiefs, it's not a cakewalk. Like the Chiefs can lose to anybody because
Sure
everybody plays them close.
That's what we looked at last week, yeah. Here's the thing. The Saints, I knew they were going to come back down to earth. They averaged 45 points the first 2 weeks. Then they scored 12, 14, whatever the hell they scored. And the main blame for that is you lose your center. Eric McCoy gets hurt, and you notice, like Weezy mentioned, Carr is dancing back there. You got hot feet back there.
happy feet.
Man, you can't lose a offensive lineman, which we went into the season worrying about their offensive line. And now with Eric McCoy being out, I'm worried. The next better games will let you know how good this team will be. Mm-hmm. But they play in the NFC South. They nearly won this division last year with the team that wasn't even any good in New Orleans. So they should be in the hunt again as long as they can stay healthy. So I will keep the stock that I have, but I'm not all the way sold on the New Orleans Saints strictly because of their offensive line woes. They just ain't got enough on the offensive line. But my boy Brian Breesy is balling. Cam Jordan balling. So, yeah, they got some guys there on defense is balling. Marshawn Lattimore is playing all right. And Tyrann Mathieu is still Tyrann Mathieu, man. So, yeah. That's a lot of teams, man. Are you selling and trading stock in your Tennessee Titans?
I knew that was coming. No further comments, Your Honor.
Yeah. What about your quarterback?
No further questions, Your Honor.
What about your coach?
No further questions, Your Honor.
My boy done pleaded the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What about you?
No further questions, Your Honor.
You're not speaking no questions about the Titans.
Next question, please.
One more question about the Titans.
Can this case go to recess, Your Honor?
Can I ask one question though?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, can you please tell me
We're watching the courtroom show.
No, but this is the thing. No, but like seriously.
I object, Your Honor. Can you please tell the my lord? No further questions, Your Honor. Sports and recess.
No, real quick. I said they were only gonna win 4 games and shit.
You did.
I've answered every question to the best of my ability, Your Honor. No further questions.
That tweet is the question throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Weezy.
Everything paid for, big baby.
Coach.
Get a drummer song.
Cameraman.
Should go to the moon.
All right. The Revolution will be podcast. We are.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, please check out the YouTube page and wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend.
The Revolution will be podcasted.